In a land far away, long ago, there was a young shepherd boy named David. He lived in a small village with his family, tending sheep under the wide, starry skies. David was small, with bright eyes and a brave heart. He loved his sheep, guiding them to green pastures and protecting them from danger, like lions or bears. With his sling and a few smooth stones, he could hit any target, zing, right on the mark. But David's biggest adventure was yet to come. Across the valley, the people of Israel faced a scary problem. A giant named Goliath from the enemy Philistine army stood taller than any man. He was over 9 feet tall, with armor that clinked and clanked, a spear as big as a tree trunk, and a shield so heavy it took a man to carry it. Every day, Goliath stomped to the valley's edge and shouted, "Send someone to fight me! If he wins, we'll serve you. If I win, you'll serve us." His voice boomed like thunder and the Israelites trembled. No one dared face him. David's older brothers were soldiers in the Israelite army. One day, their father sent David to the camp with bread and cheese for them. As David arrived, he heard Goliath's challenge echo across the valley. The soldiers whispered in fear, but David's heart stirred. "Who is this giant to scare God's people?" he asked. The soldiers laughed. "You're just a boy," they said. But David didn't care. He believed God was stronger than any giant. Word of David's courage reached King Saul, who called for him. "I'll fight Goliath," David said boldly. Saul looked at the boy, surprised. "You're too small," he said. "Goliath's been a warrior since he was young." But David replied, "When a lion or bear came after my sheep, God helped me stop them. He'll help me now." Saul saw David's faith and agreed. He offered David his armor, but it was too big and heavy. David shook his head. "I don't need that," he said. Instead, he picked up his sling, his staff, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream. The next morning, David walked to the valley. Goliath saw him and laughed, his voice like a storm. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" he roared. "Come closer and I'll crush you." But David stood tall, his eyes steady. "You come with a sword and spear," he shouted back. "But I come in the name of God, who is mightier than all." The crowd gasped. Goliath charged, his armor rattling. David ran forward, unafraid. He reached into his pouch, grabbed a stone, and placed it in his sling. He spun it fast. The stone soared through the air, straight and true, and thwack! It hit Goliath right in the forehead. The giant froze, his eyes wide, then crashed to the ground like a fallen tree. The valley was silent. Goliath was defeated. The Philistines gasped, then ran in fear. The Israelites cheered, chasing their enemies away. David, the shepherd boy, had won with a single stone and unshakable faith. King Saul called David to his side, amazed. "Who are you, young man?" he asked. "I'm David, son of Jesse," he answered humbly. The people sang David's name, and his story spread far and wide. That day, David showed everyone that courage isn't about size or strength. It's about trusting in something bigger than yourself. He wasn't a warrior or a king, yet. He was a boy who loved his sheep, his family, and his God. And with that love, he faced a giant no one else dared to challenge. Kids, you might feel small sometimes like David did. But like him, you can be brave. You don't need to be big or strong to do great things. All you need is a heart full of courage and faith that you're never alone. David's stone flew true because he trusted God to guide it. And that's a power stronger than any giant, any day.